What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video. And you know what's going to happen. We're going to squat this, and I'm going to talk about how I hate squats, and I'm not built for it, but I'll try to not do that. Walking in here on another leg day, and again, my main movement for legs, I don't know why I'm talking like this, but whatever. And the lighting in here was solid this day. Like usually when I color correct, it's always a little bit of a hassle. I've got like a gray card I use when I'm in the gym to make sure everything's accurate, so it's not as, ugly and doesn't take as much time to edit when I get home, but, I appreciate good lighting. Anyway, squatting here, taking my time. I think this day was a little rough. After several weeks of high volume training and progressing, you do start to feel beat down. You do start to feel little joints, aching, not pain, but just discomfort or feeling run down. And it's also allergy season now too. I always get sick during this transition from summer to fall. And again, I'm out, I'm kayaking, I'm fishing, I'm kayak fishing, if you throw them together. And out in the sun for a couple hours and kayaking up and down rivers that are like going 3-4 miles an hour and all this other crazy stuff. But yeah, so summer is exhilarating. I do feel great. It's nice. I almost feel like a plant where I'm like some photosynthesis stuff's going on when that sun hits me, but I like being active. And I'll work, in the winter months, can't wait for it to be summer and spring again. So I don't know what's going on here. I must have been so sore. Oh, you know what it was? I think I pulled something the week prior and I was a little tender in my groin and hamstring, so I was cutting depth a little bit, but normally I don't. If I do feel those like little roadblocks, I'll modify the workout. I'll do a few test sets with the warm-ups. That's why we warm up, to see if I can do what I need to do and then go from there. And I think I found a range of motion that wasn't exaggerating the issue, and I could lift safe. If I do something and it's not feeling good, I'll literally just scrap it. I'll find something else to do that doesn't affect it. And again, you could walk out of the gym and just go rest or whatever, but I'm not saying it was an injury, but sometimes you pull things just from being a little too active. So I feel like I got a spotlight on me on this one, so the window is perfectly lined up. And again, yeah, just taking my time here. Again, even when I'm not ideal and being able to squat this, I'm kind of happy about. I do need to refine it. Being able to do 4 plates on this routinely without having to worry. I think it can be done though. It's just when I move slow when I lift, it feels like I'm putting myself at risk at things, so that's why I don't like to do it. If I'm moving, like on these deadlifts here, I just kind of lock out, go down. That's a good spot where I feel confident, I feel safe, and that's what I try to emulate in all my lifts. Same thing with benching. If it's moving pretty well or if I'm struggling, I'll rethink and be like, okay, what can I do to change? And all you can do is adapt. As a natty lifter, your upper limit, man. I'm telling you, humans have not been lifting weights in the way that we've been doing it for a very long time. So there's some of us that are a little bit more attuned. It takes more time, and people are getting stronger. They're getting more fit. They're getting bigger. So, times will change and it will become more common, I think, for people to be able to handle more training, more workload and stuff like that. But at least for right now, though, there's a balancing act where you're in a certain age range where things begin to not slow down, but you just don't recover as quickly. And I think that's the key there, recovery. When you're in your teens and 20s, you recover like no other. There's a hormone factory going on in your body. You're just producing obscene amounts of different chemicals and hormones, especially testosterone. And that's why we can do the crazy stuff. You can pull all-nighters, come in, and then perform, be fine the next day. And then by the time you hit your late 20s, 30s, you go out drinking once, and then you're, oh my God, I'm regretting all my life decisions, which don't recommend drinking, not a big drinker, but you know the deal. If you stress the body, it's just not going to be as efficient to recover, especially as we spend more time lifting and add more weight. Like we're working out at different intensities, thresholds that are going to take longer to recover from. Weather changes, stuff like that. You just got to keep going. And it's not always fun, but it's why it's important to basically, how do I want to say this? It's important to basically temper your expectations, but also to make the habit to be able to go in even when you're not feeling well. And obviously, if you're sick, stomach bug, flu virus, I think earlier this year I had a sinus infection and I had I couldn't even stand up or whatever. Obviously, don't go into the gym then. But I'm saying in general, when those days where you're kind of run down, not feeling too well, get in there, move, you'll probably feel better. So doing back here? I don't know. We're all over the place with these voiceovers because things are just rolling and I'm just talking. Usually I have an energy drink at the time that I'm, going through these videos, and I'm just like, oh, that's an idea. Let's run with that and see what happens. Because when I originally filmed these videos, they're so far in the past, I forget what the context was, how I was feeling, which is why I should probably get more videos out. But it's kind of hard when you're balancing multiple things. But anyway, well, you're getting the training, so that's fine. And you're seeing the weights and everything, and the weights are moving and going up. And what do we have, like 325 here? 330? I don't know. Oh, I haven't put the weight labels on the video as I'm recording this, so I figure I'd let my personality show more on these videos, and sometimes, like, just watching lifting weights is a little, yeah. So call me self-aware. But anyway, we're rowing. The point is we're rowing. And we're trying to build a strong back and get explosive off the ground. And now we're rowing bodybuilding style. Getting that nice contraction, constant tension, things like that, nice stretch or whatever, less strength focused. And, that's kind of the mix here. That's what I do, how I've always trained. I want to be strong. I want to be big. I want to have big muscles. The most embarrassing thing you can do is be a big person and be weak. So train in a way that lets you get both. And this is what it looks like for me. Everyone's going to be a little different, but I'd also get really bored with machines if the only time I lifted was machine. It would drive me nuts. And you probably start maxing out machines just because they're designed to make it more ideal for you to be able to do the things you need to do. With a barbell, you've got to figure more things out, and there's more variation in how the weight moves. So there's another rant for this video. But yeah, anyway, back stuff here, and I think I ended up not filming too many sets. It was getting kind of busy in here, so again, they're rowing movements to get a nice contraction. I'm rowing horizontally, rowing vertically. Whatever I can do in order to get a decent stretch in the lats. And I'll try different machines. If I don't like them, I'll remove them. And then I'll stick with the ones that get me to where I want to be. Give that nice contraction and allow me to do the things that I want to do. And I hope you're doing the same thing too. There's a lot of different training styles, a lot of different exercises you can do. Pick the ones you like. It's going to keep you in the gym for longer. More consistency. I don't know why I paused on that, but it's a big word. Consistency. So that's the key in all this. Do things over time. Build up. Little victories become big wins. And that's the name of the game. So like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching the latest video. If you want to help support the channel, I actually own my own wet shaving and grooming e-commerce website where everything's handmade by me. It's www.apexsoaps.com, and you can get a 10% off code using wet shaver. We've got some cool scents here. We've got some Coca-Cola scents, a horchata scent, traditional barbershop, just some really cool stuff. And you can purchase samples or you can buy the whole set. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out via email. Be quick to respond. Thanks for watching.